We're learning more today about how much funding we're going to get for the FIFA World Cup games in our city. Officials made the announcement at the BMO Field this morning. Our City Hall reporter Shawn Jeffords is there. So, Shawn, how much cash are we talking about?
Well, Dwight, it's $104 million from the federal government, and it is a missing piece of the puzzle, or it was a missing piece of the puzzle until this morning. The city had been asking the province and the federal government to come to the table to help fund this. The hosting duties, these 6 games that Toronto will host in 2026 for the FIFA World Cup. So the federal government has announced today they are in for $104 million. That can be matched or paired with the $97 million the province has put forward to help host the games, which leaves Toronto on the hook for $170 million. The total cost right now, Dwight, has escalated to $380 million. That's up from really initial projections that had it at about $45 million back in 2018. Jumped to $300 million about a year ago, and again escalated to $380. So, that $104 million is going to be pretty important for the city when it comes to hosting these games.
As we hear these numbers, Shawn, we're wondering what exactly will this funding then go towards?
Dwight, a big part of this, as we understand it, will go towards funding the cost of security. Obviously, hosting 6 games, an international event here in Toronto, will be very security intensive. When we saw the cost escalations and the cost, or the reason for those cost escalations, a lot of it was security. So let's hear from Mayor Olivia Chow about the importance of this funding and those security costs.
She also mentioned a very special word, security. Yes. International games, you never know, right? So security is a concern. And the federal government just promised that they're going to step up and help us deal with the security issues, which may or may not cost money. And it is so wonderful to have that security, that sense of security, that piece is going to be covered. So we're very, very excited about it.
So, Dwight, you can hear it right there, the relief in Mayor Olivia Chow's voice that the federal government is going to come to the table and cover those costs.
All right, Shawn, is this enough cash here? Like, is this going to be enough, though? It looks like it's going to work out to be like $100 million from each level of government almost, the way it's breaking down.
That's right, and that really is the question moving forward. I mean, the city is really being very careful about saying, whether costs will escalate further on this project or not. I mean, these big mega events, the costs do tend to go up. And the Minister Qualtrough, was asked today why that funding was not at the 35% level that it was expected. It kind of comes in around 27% of the overall costs. So here's Minister Qualtrough defending the rationale for the spending here.
Now, the structure of this, how this event is organized is unique to this event. 3 countries, 16 cities. It isn't one organizing committee that manages the entire budget of this event. So FIFA's portion, our portion, the City of Toronto's portion, Ontario's portion. So it was a slightly different calculation, and based on the submissions of both Vancouver and Toronto, the amount that we landed at felt that would be our investment in operations and capital. So it was the uniqueness of the way this event is being managed and delivered that led us to the financial investment that we did.
So, Dwight, I asked the minister, both Minister Qualtrough and Minister Lumsden from the province of Ontario, about the federal contribution and the provincial contribution and whether they would be willing to step up with more money if there were further cost overruns. They're hoping that there aren't any further escalations.
Our City Hall reporter Shawn Jeffords. Thank you, Shawn.